You obviously love this work. What is it about this work that really speaks to you, doctor?
When I talk to just people who are ordinary citizens about what can make a difference in your life, I say if you can find the purpose for your life, that purpose that energizes you and triggers your passion, it will clarify an awful lot of things and put you on the path to being more effective at what you want to do. When I finally sat down and took the time to go back through my life and say, what were the moments I felt most alive? What were the moments that time just almost evaporated because I was so caught up in what I was doing? What were the times that I had been totally exhausted, but because of this experience, suddenly I had energy to run on for the next hour, 2 hours, or 3 hours that I didn't think I had within me? What were the common denominators in those?
This conversation right now.
There you go. What I came to realize, it was when I saw an aha go off in people's eyes. Oh, yeah, now I get it. And so then as I worked with that further, I came to realize that my purpose is to help people succeed by giving them clarity and insight. And I can help people succeed in a lot of venues, business, family, church, whatever. But the common denominator in all the things that I've really been successful at is that I was giving people the tools for success by helping them develop greater clarity and insight. Because in a lot of the places that I coach, I know nothing about the business. I just wrapped up an engagement with a steel fabrication plant. I know steel is hard. I know it comes in rolls. Don't push me much further than that. But they were in a real crisis. I came in a crisis situation and was able to work with them, and we had a great outcome because I knew the questions to ask. It's not so much having the answers as a coach, but asking the questions that will give people clarity and insight. And so the questioning is not interrogation. It is, let me see how I can phrase a question that will compel him or her to think about this in an altogether different way.
Exactly right.
Because that different perspective may be all they need to come up with their own solution. I count on my clients having the expertise in their business. I'm not a consultant in that regard. Now, I do consulting for small business startups and businesses that are transitioning from family-owned to publicly owned and that sort of thing. But that's a different kind of consulting than coming in and consulting a broadcast studio on how to be a better broadcast studio. That's for the consultants to do. But if I were to come into a broadcast studio and coach people, I would be trying to ask the questions or give them metaphors that allow them to reframe the way they've always thought about things so that they can see new possibilities that I perhaps would have never thought of myself.